welcome to Popular Tripe. My name is Nick. This is Elvis Sunday. This week we're going back to the movies. The movie in question is from 1960. It is, of course, GI Blues, a film that I'm led to believe by a little bit of research, the little research that I've done, Elvis was quite disappointed by after being very proud of the work he did. Are you serious? As soon as I start filming? The cat, bear with. She wouldn't let me grab her and put her in front of camera this time round, but Cat has interrupted filming again. I do apologise. But what was I saying? Yes, Elvis, after King Creole, a film that he was very proud of, was seemingly disappointed by this movie. And I know some of the writers and some of the songwriters had fallen out, and so there were 2 or 3 songs that were pulled at the very last minute. I seem to remember previously we did Pocket Full of Rainbows, and that was from this film, GI Blues. And that was always a favourite of mine from way back. I think I mentioned at the time when we did that video that it featured on a soundtrack album for another film. I think it was Jerry Maguire, Tom Cruise's Jerry Maguire. And it was a version I hadn't heard before, and I don't think I've been able to find since. There's lots of different takes, and I think the one on that soundtrack was maybe spliced between different versions. There's some bits of him in the studio beforehand, and then it went into the song. But it was always a song that I really loved. All that being said, I think the film itself was a huge hit, and I know the soundtrack sold about 750,000 copies. So regardless of different people's opinions, all's well and seemingly ended well with the film itself. Today we are looking at a song called Doing the Best I Can. I haven't heard this one at all before. If it's anything like the same sort of vibe as Pocket Full of Rainbows, which I'm hoping it might be, seeing as it was in the same film, I'm sure I'm going to love it. I suspect even if it wasn't, I'm sure I'm going to love it. So without any further ado, we should just jump straight into the performance. We're going to look at the studio version of the song first, directly off the soundtrack, and then we'll take a look at the clip of the film itself. I'm assuming it's exactly the same version, but we get to see Elvis perform it, or mime it, but we get to see Elvis in live action. So I'll stop all this, leave a like on the video if you can. Let's take a look. Smooth.
I gave my heart, I gave my love, oh my darling, I am true, doing the best I can, but it's not good enough for you. I tried so hard to please. Oh, my darling, what more can I do? Doing the best I can,
So smooth.
but it's not good enough for you. You know I wasn't the kind who'd run anytime you'd call. I guess I was the only one who didn't mind at all. I'll be a dreamer, I'll be a fool, oh my darling, my whole life through, doing the best I can, but it's not good enough for you. You know I was the kind who'd run anytime you'd call. I guess I was the only one who didn't mind at all. I'll be a dreamer, I'll be a fool, oh my darling, my whole life through, doing the best I can, it's not good enough for you. But it's not good enough for you.
Nice. That was smooth as silk. Loved that. What a start to my Sunday morning. Just so yeah, smooth is the only word I can put to it. So gentle and soothing, and just those backing singers. Is it a doo-wop style? Am I wrong in saying it? Or is it a doo-wop? It's kind of, obviously it's slower, but just love those kind of boo, 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 boo sort of tones in the background as he's singing. And once again, the first couple of verses, you know, we're kind of not going through the motions, wrong phrase, but we're, you know, it's Elvis performing the song, and then it takes that extra little leap again, where it increases in a little bit of urgency, or it becomes a little bit more dynamic. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm sure there's a musical term. I'm not quite sure what it would be. Chances are one of you might be able to tell me. But when the song just suddenly takes that different direction, it just pushes it just that little bit further again. Yeah, it was a beautiful song. I can't wait to see him actually on stage singing it, albeit in the film. But I can't wait to actually sort of see him sing with, hopefully, those backing singers or people playing the backing singers, whoever it was, in place. So let's just do that right now.
I gave my heart,
Straight in.
I gave my love, oh my darling, I am true, doing the best I can, but it's not good enough for you. I tried so hard,
I'm swaying.
so hard to please. Oh, my darling, what more can I do? Doing the best I can, but it's not good enough for you. You know I wasn't the kind who'd run anytime you'd call. I guess I was the only one who didn't mind at all. I'll be a dreamer, I'll be a fool, oh my darling, my whole life through, doing the best I can, but it's not good enough for you.
Oh, over too soon. That was great. I think I always say the same thing. I mean, we're over 100 of these videos now, so chances are I will just keep repeating myself. But just seeing these clips of these films, and just, they're certainly a product of their time, but just, I feel so nostalgic for that time, and I wasn't even around. So that's the kind of effect it has on me. It's just, there's such a romanticism about them, and just the technicolor, and just how everything's staged. It's just such a joy to watch. And just his performance there, it's just a really simple sort of single camera setup for most of it, and just really quite a small room, and they've packed all those tables around and had the dancing couples in front of him. And it's just yeah, it is just a joy to watch and a joy to listen to. And it's a testament to the songwriting skills and obviously Elvis's performance as well. But just watching the clip of the film there, it was only the second time I'd ever heard the song. You know, the first time was a few minutes ago, but I felt myself singing along and kind of knowing the words, and it's that sort of catchy and, like I said, so smooth. It's just really enjoyable, and it could quite easily become a nice sort of earworm where that song will stay in my head likely for the rest of the day now. Certainly feels very much in the same ballpark as Pocket Full of Rainbows. Very different sort of melodies, but you can really, I get the sense that, you know, I can feel that they were both from that same time period, albeit, you know, in the same film. But you get that sense there is a commonality between them, but both very sort of different songs. But just from Pocket Full of Rainbows being kind of one of my favourites from way before we did any of these Elvis Sundays, that fits really nicely just right alongside it there. Such a gentle and sweet song, and his voice is just, like I said, just so smooth, and it's just, I want to use the phrase dreamlike. I don't know how much that affects any sort of masculinity I may have already lost already, but it is just so, you can see why people just got completely swept away by his voice and those performances. So 1960, I look forward to kind of revisiting more songs around that sort of period. We normally go either really early or we end up, you know, in that sort of 70s, you know, late 60s, early 70s sort of era. It'd be quite interesting to see some more stuff around this sort of time. I suspect it'll be a lot more because he had that kind of sort of very compact period where he was just churning out so many films and so many soundtracks, that they'll all be kind of a certain genre or a certain style. But I would, you know, depending on the film, Clownbaker side, you know, I would like to explore a lot more of the films and just be able to secure that footage of him within those, and kind of just be able to watch along and kind of see what that era of Elvis kind of gives us. Yeah, fantastic. I just, as the song was going along, I just found myself swaying from side to side. Didn't realise I was doing it. And then I was watching the people in the film, and they were kind of just doing that, the couples, you know, the guy with the hands on the woman's shoulder, and they're kind of doing that. And I'm just mimicking them sitting in my chair. So that was quite eye-opening, for want of a better phrase. But yeah, really enjoyed those performances and really enjoyed just watching that short film clip as well. I wished it was a little bit longer. What say you? What do you think? Is this song a favourite of yours? Is the film a favourite of yours? If there are any others you'd like me to take a look at, let me know. Throw those comments down below. But as always, thanks so very much for watching. I think that's it for now. If you did like this video, please show me you did. Hit that thumbs up button, tap subscribe, all that other stuff. But yes, really enjoyed that. Hope you did too. See you in 7 days. Take care. Bye-bye.